Is home to, well, the Savannah River, the Augusta National, several historic districts. Still, civic leaders say one thing is lacking: public art that really distinguishes the Garden City. So a new public art master plan is being implemented, set out to fulfill that missing component. News Channel 6's Samantha Williams is here with details.
Thousands visit the Chicago just to get a picture with the iconic bean. Now the city is working with the Greater Augusta Arts Council to create a piece that tells a story of Augusta, just like this James Brown statue.
Downtown is about to change radically.
Brenda Durant, director of Greater Augusta Art Council, is not just talking about art. Buildings are being renovated and the cybersecurity center is underway. She says art, though, is needed to create a sense of place. Durant is spearheading the public art master plan, which goes before Augusta Commission next week. Part of that plan is a sculpture garden modeled after one in another Georgia city.
We just visited Sewanee, Georgia. Theirs is all very walkable in their city center area.
A sculpture garden could cost up to $2 million. This is just one of the many projects in the master plan, though. The Greater Augusta Art Council is talking about developing a sculpture trail. Now, this trail would need to start in a visible place like downtown in the Augusta Common. It has the potential to connect districts all throughout the downtown area. Commissioner Sean Frantum is backing the project.
What are we going to do? I mean, I want to do it well. I don't want to just kind of piecemeal it out. Let's think it through, and what we can do financially, obviously, is the main thing of where we're going to find the funding to do these things.
Frantum says he hopes Augusta implements a budget similar to Sewanee's, where 1% of every new project's budget is put toward an art program. Durant says Augusta needs a single, widely produced sculpture that could be installed in different areas of the city. She has been working with EasyGo and Textron on a prototype.
And it would be a golf cart bike rack. So the front would be a golf cart and the back would be a place to park and lock your bicycles. And it would also be a charging station. So the seat would remain there and you'd be able to sit in the seat, charge your phone, check the map.
That prototype will be unveiled in July. Commissioner Frantum says he sees many of these concepts becoming reality in the near future. Back to you.